Anyway, happy Friday. Good morning, Tommy.
Yeah, happy Friday. And it's sunny here, so it's definitely a happy Friday.
Well. Yes, beautiful day today. I thought actually, well, today our topic is things that affect your energy. Yeah. But I thought actually it might be helpful, because we never do this, we just start talking, to just introduce ourselves and say who we are, what we do, and why we're actually doing this. So
why wouldn't people know who we are?
Yes, why would they want to know that? Okay, so Connie, what do you do?
Yeah, so hi everyone, I'm Connie. My business is From Chaos to Peace, and I help people get decluttered and organized in a way that works for them. So I kind of use some special tools, like for example astrology, but also like we dive deeper. I'm not just dumping techniques on you, we're diving deeper.
Right. Yeah. And my name is Linda Binns, the breakthrough energy expert. My company name is Harmony Inside and Out, and my specialty is energy, really helping people understand, which is good because that's what we're talking about today, understand their energy, and then realize what affects them, how it affects them, and to release things that hold them back, really, just by changing their energy. And it's amazing what you can do just by focusing on yourself and your energy. And so today we're talking about, well, the reason we come together and like to talk about these topics that we do every Friday is we just like to share, what we know works. We like to share our knowledge and experience, and really just share things that we know work. So the question today is, what things impact your energy? And there's a very quick and easy answer, which is everything.
Yes. Okay. That was it for today's Facebook Live.
So yeah, it really is everything. And, I started off on my journey to this by actually studying holistic health. I studied holistic nutrition, and I did it out of my own interest, really. And so that's really about the energy of the body and what you're putting into the body and the things that impact your body. And when I started that, I knew that I wanted to start a business doing that and helping people. And then I also began to study feng shui, which is the energy of your environment. And it just, through those things, recognizing that really everything is energy and everything impacts us in one way or another. So the key really is self-awareness, to understand yourself at a very deep level, to know what and how things impact you, because things are impacting you all the time. Everything does. The environment that you're in, the things you have around you, people, just everything impacts your energy. So the key is to know, once you know yourself, is to know, well, is this impacting me in a positive and supportive way, or is this impacting me in a negative way and kind of draining me and keeping me stuck? And then once you know that, then you can learn how to manage yourself and manage your own energy, and make sure that you have more of the things that support you and less of the things that don't support you. That's kind of it in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Of course, you with organizing, people think it's about their stuff, it's just stuff. But of course, as we know, it's not. It's more than that. So so talk about energy from your perspective then, Connie, in terms of what you do.
Well, yeah. So I always say, like, it's not just the physical stuff, although the physical stuff, of course, has an effect on our energy. It has, and it's scientifically proven now. So I always repeat that over and over, just for the people who think I'm talking woo-woo. There's scientific research now that a cluttered, chaotic environment stresses us out, and stress is known to reduce our energy. Like it first maybe increases the energy because we get all like riled up, but in not a positive way. And then afterwards we're completely exhausted. And if we're doing that too long, then it has we're falling underneath a certain threshold, and it's really hard then to get out of that.
Yeah.
So that is what the physical environment does to us. And then just imagine how much time and energy you waste by trying to manage the chaos, by trying to find anything in this chaos. This is the conscious things. And then we have all the unconscious things, like our brain is, because our brain tries to support us, it tries to block out all the chaos for us so that we can actually focus, which again uses a lot of energy. Our brain already uses how much? More than 50% of the whole energy that our body has to produce, the brain uses already. And then if a lot of that energy goes to waste by trying to protect us so that we can focus on something.
Yeah.
And then another huge thing that I notice in my work when I help people is how we sabotage our own energy with the wrong thinking, like wrong in brackets, like negative thinking, limiting beliefs, thinking that doesn't serve us. And then surrounding ourselves with the wrong people, overbooking ourselves, doing too much. Yeah, the list is endless. Like you said, anything and everything affects our energy, you know?
That's right. And it's really, you can ask yourself, you know, where am I putting my energy, and is it taking me where I want to go? And just a quick example, I did a workshop this week on setting intentions. And so I was talking to a participant there about, you know, she'd been focusing on this one particular thing, you know, she wanted to attract, this was her goal, what she was focused on, and she's putting a lot of energy into this and not really getting anywhere. And so the more we talked and sort of dug a little bit deeper, it turned out that she needed to back up, you know, that really wasn't the right thing for her to be focusing on. And if she focused on, you know, when we identified what she really needs to be focusing on, then this thing that she wanted over here would just kind of take care of itself. Yeah. So it's like she's putting all this energy into something that really isn't the right thing. So this is why I say it's so important to know yourself so well, and to understand, you know, what's happening with your energy. Because if you're trying to do something and you're putting energy into it, and all you get is resistance, or you feel more stuck, or it's just not working, then it's really a time to step back and say, wait a minute, I'm putting my energy into this, what's happening? It's not working. So therefore, you know, you're putting your energy into the wrong thing, or perhaps in the wrong way. And so then you would need to take a good look at yourself and really examine that energy and see what you might need to change. But the beautiful thing about this is that it really means we have a lot more control than we think we have. You can't control circumstances, you can't control other people, we all know that. But you can control yourself. You can control how do you respond, and you can control your energy vibration. You have complete control over that. And that means paying attention, very close attention, to the energy you surround yourself with, and what's coming at you, and where you're spending your energy, like you said. So we have a lot more control than we think we have. We're just putting it in the wrong places.
Yeah, often I feel we put it in the places that we have no control over.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
To things that we like, and then we're putting all our energy in there. And then of course that drains our energy, because we're just spinning, because we can't get anywhere. And this is where self-awareness comes in again. And where sometimes we really have to also take responsibility and say, no, wait a second, I can't try to change something that I have no control over. I have to change my approach or my thinking, or like what you said, you know, like regroup, back off, regroup, and look at it from that standpoint.
People get confused sometimes because, I mean, energy is not something that you see, you can't touch it, you know, you can't say, oh yes, there it is, let me just change that. But you do feel it. I used to teach a lot of classes to realtors. And they always understood this, because they used to talk about the energy of a home. And because they go into so many homes, they really understood that you can walk into a home and immediately get a feel for either, oh, wow, there's so much love in this home, it feels so good. You know, it's organized, it's the people here. You get a sense of the people there before you've even really spoken to them. On the other hand, you can walk into somewhere and think, oh my gosh, there's so much anger or sadness, or it's really depressing here. You know, so you pick up on that energy, and we are picking up on it all the time, even when you're not physically around somebody. You know, so we are all putting out, it's like beaming these little signals, energy signals all the time that influence what happens and what we attract and how people respond to us, because it is all energy, and we are putting out energy all the time, and other things are putting out energy all the time, and you might not see it, but you can certainly feel it, and it's about paying attention to that.
Well, I always say, like, just go into a basement or go into an attic and just go in there. You can literally feel the stuck energy in your body, and nobody can tell me they can't, because like our body, like, they may just ignore it, or they may not wanting to pay attention because they're maybe opposed to, oh no, energies don't exist, but we all feel it, or we all felt it once before, that maybe we come home and like our partner is maybe angry at us, or somebody is angry at us. Could be the mother, maybe when we were a child and the mother was angry, and we feel that energy when we step into a room or into a house. And then of course that has an effect on us and makes us, like, I'm pretty sure everybody felt that then all of a sudden everything gets like drained out of you. Like, you were maybe doing good before and you felt all okay and all wonderful, and then all of a sudden there is all gone. And this is the effect that it can have. No, so
well, and certain people can have that effect too. I'm sure everybody knows someone, at least one person, who you might dread any interaction with them because of how you feel afterwards, you know, and you could be feeling really good one minute, and then you have a conversation with this person, or they just say something to you, and the next minute you notice that you just don't feel good anymore. It's like they've sucked the life out of you. You know, they have an affectionate term called energy vampires. And it really is like that. It's like they've sucked the energy out of you. And
well, you don't even have to talk with them. You could see the caller is displayed calling you, and your energy could like, no. You know,
that's right.
So.
And things can do that too. Environments can do that to you too. You know, really, literally everything. So it's about paying attention to yourself, how you feel, because that will always tell you, okay, yes, the energy, you know, there's some good energy going on here, I'm feeling good, or oh no, there's some not very good energy going on here, I'm not feeling so good. And then taking responsibility for changing that, because let's say you're around an energy vampire, and that you know that this person drains your energy. You can't change them. Nothing you say or do, I promise you, will change that person and make them treat you differently so that you don't feel drained every time you're around them. You accept them, you say, okay, this is who that person is, this is what they do. So now how can I take care of my energy when I'm around this person, or if I have to be around this person? Maybe I just decide not to be around this person, but you can take care of your energy. And I like to set an intention that, okay, I'm not going to allow this person to manipulate or impact my energy in any way. And if I just do that before an interaction with someone like that, I'm fine. You know,
and sometimes they change then. If you focus on yourself, then they all of a sudden change.
It's a beautiful thing that does happen. You know, you can try to change somebody else and say, well, it's not fair, they're treating me this way, they shouldn't do that, you know, and you can try and make them see reason, and they don't. But if you stop trying to change them, stop focusing on them, and focus on your own energy and taking care of that, that changes your energy so they don't get the same response from you. So now then they can't do what they did before. They can't have the same impact. And so they might then change how they interact with you, or they might just disappear from your life, or, you know, something will change so that you don't get negatively impacted by that anymore. But not because you tried to change them, only because you changed your own energy. And you know, we have responsibility and control over our own energy. And I think really, if I was to sum it up, it's to say, to always look for what feels good, and to make a point of focusing on how do you raise your vibration, your energy vibration a little bit higher. So one of the things Connie and I like to do when we do workshops and things is we do a check-in with people. You know, what is your energy level? How are you feeling about this particular thing? You know, how much in control do you feel? How confident do you feel on a scale of 1 to 10? You know, where is your energy on this? And so let's say you say it's a 4. Okay, well, how might you move it up a little bit to 4.5 or to 5? What would it take to do that? And if you approach it with that kind of mindset, rather than, you're not going to go from a 4 to a 10 very easily, but you could go from a 4 to a 5, could at least go from a 4 to a 4.5. And if you're looking for things that help you do that, that's going to help to change your energy and increase it and give you more vitality as you go. Oh, she's frozen. I lost Connie, so I'm all by myself. Oh, good old Zoom. Anyway, so I'm going to carry on talking for a little bit until Connie can come back and join us. And let's see, maybe I think she is here, yes. Did we forget to set our intention this morning before we did this?
I actually did. And I had before a beautiful Facebook Live and Zoom meeting without problems. And this time, your energy must have been too strong.
Well, there you go. Well, and interesting, you know, that can happen. I know people who will often say that they just have to be around any kind of electrical stuff or technology, and it just kind of goes haywire just from their energy.
Yeah.
That doesn't usually happen with me, but maybe it's just because we're talking about energy.
Hey, we do, what is this, the 10th or the 12th Facebook Live? Never happened. So I got kicked out. So let's go first.
Well, you're back anyway. But again, you know, and let's just take that as an example. In terms of energy, you know, very often what will happen is something like that happens, and then it can immediately impact your energy so that you go into this place of, oh my gosh, that's terrible. You know, this has happened. And that can impact your energy, which could impact you for the rest of the day. Or you can make a choice of, oh, okay, that happened. So let's just do whatever we can do.
Like, oh, interesting. I got kicked out. So I'm like, okay, let's see whether I get back in. And it took a little bit, but I got back in. Yeah.
Well, and I was talking to somebody yesterday, actually, and she was talking about how this week she'd been really negatively affected by computer issues and things like that. And she's usually a very positive person. And she was feeling frustrated with herself because she'd allowed it to impact her energy to such an extent that she wasn't feeling good anymore. And that's certainly understandable. I mean, I think we've all been there, especially with technology. But again, you know, to point out that that's something you can change. You can make the decision not to allow it to do that to you.
Yeah, and although we're all humans, so I had a lot of tech issues this week, and I remember on Tuesday, all my emails were all of a sudden empty, and that affected my energy definitely, because I'm like, I had this drop of energy, and I was sitting there, and I stayed fairly calm, but I'm like, holy moly, I hope I can fix this, because I had I could see all the emails, I could see all the subject lines, but the body of the email was just blank. And I'm like, what is going on? And then I started Googling. I noticed I'm not the only one. There was a lot of forums where people had the same issue, but all the solutions didn't work for me. And I'm just like trying to stay calm and saying, okay. And there would have been like a few years back, I would have freaked out. And I was proud of myself. Yes, my energy dropped. It was like, I was like, oh my God, how do I solve this? Like, no information anymore. And, but I could stay calm and I could fix the problem. And I even came up with a roundabout. I remembered, oh, my emails are also on the server level. So then I logged in the server level. I found them all there. So that gave me some reassurance. So I feel like when we're able to manage our energy better and not allowing stuff like this to completely take over, we're also more creative to get out of it.
Oh, definitely. But if you
And
Yeah,
just imagine how happy I was when I got it all fixed.
of course.
Took a bit, but I was
Yeah.
so proud of myself, and then my energy
Then
rose,
your
and I'm
energy
like,
goes
I'm
up.
so proud of myself. So
Well,
yeah.
that's a great example because it shows that there are always going to be things that want to pull your energy down to a place that doesn't feel good.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
life,
Yeah.
So I don't care who you are not at a level 10 high energy feeling good all the time.
That's odd.
There are always going to be things every day pulling you down, and it's what you do with that. It's that recognition of, okay, this is happening, so is there something I can do about it now? Because if you allow your mind to go into panic mode, oh my gosh, this is happening, what am I going to do? It's terrible. There is no space for any creative
space. Exactly.
Right. So if you can even step back from it for a moment and say, okay, I don't know what to do, but just step back from it, allow yourself, focus on calming yourself, that's when solutions can come, and that's when creative ideas can come. That's why I say it's all about managing your energy and recognizing.
And some days we're better at it and others we're not so good at it. We do have to acknowledge we're not machines, we're humans. So sometimes we can get up in the morning and we feel off already. But then still we can still make the best of it and just accept, okay, today somehow something is not all, I'm not feeling the greatest today. So then be compassionate and still self-manage and do all this. So
well, it's about being kind to yourself, and just think about the energy of that, being kind and gentle with yourself versus being hard on yourself because you've got to push through it and force yourself to figure things out or get things done. It's a completely different energy, and I can tell you that the kinder you are to yourself and the better you treat yourself, the better you'll feel, obviously, but the more creative solutions come to you, and the more you attract other good things that feel good. For me, it's when I'm tired, that's when I have the hardest time managing my energy, because if I didn't sleep well, then I wake up in the morning and already my energy feels off. And so then for me, I focus on telling myself, okay, yes, I'm tired, but I have all the energy I need to do everything I need to do today. And then I just focus on what can I do to help myself lift my energy a little bit, to feel just a little bit better. Because I know I'm that tired, I'm not going to get to a 10 of feeling, oh, I'm feeling great and bouncing and all that. But so there's always something you can do, no matter what. Yeah. So we do have a lot of control over one thing, ourselves.
We say this over and over and over, no matter what the title is of our Friday chats. It always comes back to us, and what we can do, what we have under control is us and our thinking, our feeling, how we react to things. And
and what are the things you can control? Yourself, your energy, the people you surround yourself with, and how you interact with them, the things you surround yourself with, right? The environment that you're in. Those are all things that are within your control. Okay, so you might be saying, oh, well, I work in an office and I don't have any control over that. No, but maybe you have control over your little workspace, your desk, cubicle. Your little cubicle, whatever it is, you might have some control over that. Even if I don't care if it's just bringing in one thing that when you look at it, it lifts you up, it helps you feel good. If that's the only thing you can do, then you do that.
And I'm pretty sure no employer requires you to have a big mess on your desk. So you can always have your desk as calm as possible. I don't think they require you to have a mess. So and you can just start feeling how this affects you when you have a mess on the desk. Lots of, like I see sometimes also like dirty, empty cups and garbage everywhere or something. Or if you just take this out, put it where it belongs, in the garbage can or in the kitchen, into the dishwasher or whatever. And just these things have already a big effect.
Yes, they really do. So, I mean, just ask yourself, what's one thing I could do today to to help me feel better, to increase my energy, to, is this, and a big part of that is what you let go of, because there are things, certainly things you surround yourself with, even situations that you engage in, or projects that you're working on, or organizations that you're part of, that are not serving you and that don't feel good anymore. So it's important to be aware of those, and then asking yourself, what can I let go of? Because as you let go of what doesn't serve you, then you're making space energetically for what does serve you and what is good for you now to come in. Yeah. Well, and just want to mention that Connie and I are going to be doing some masterclasses, masterclass workshops. So you will be working on
put you to work.
topics like this. Yes, we are, because we want you to experience shifts right there and then, you know. So we're going to be introducing some of those, and we will be talking about those later on. We're just in the process of putting those together, but I'm really looking forward to those, because I know that the changes, the shifts that people are going to experience as they do what we have in mind, and it's nothing difficult, but has the potential for huge energy shifts.
Always the simple things that are the profound ones.
It really is the simple things that make the biggest difference. And when you start focusing on energy, you'll find yourself having breakthroughs just all over the place. It's wonderful. You'll never want to go back to how things were.
No.
Anyway, so we'll be introducing those and talking to you about those a little bit. Soon.
I'll have to figure it out next week or the week after.
Yes, that's right. They're coming up starting in June. So
Always lovely to chat with you, Linda.
Yes, I'm glad you made it back.
Yes.
Out. All right, well, I'll see you next week, and look forward to another Friday chat, and we'll catch up then.
And leave comments below if you have
let us know. All right, take care.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.